Hey guys, this is week 24, day 5, the King's Dream. So, King Nebuchadnezzar laying in bed one night sleeping, which is the best thing to do at night when you're in bed, and he had a dream. And it was a strange dream. And then it was so strange it woke him up. And he goes, and he calls his wise men, these men that he had paid, and been paying them so they can help him interpret dreams in situations like this. And he calls them in and says, "Hey, guys, come here, come here." And they all come running in. He's like, "Tell me the meaning of my dream." They're like, "Oh, yeah, we could do that. What's the dream?" And Nebuchadnezzar, he's smart on this. He's like, "You know what? I can't trust you to tell me the meaning of the dream until you tell me what the dream was. And then I could trust you." And the wise men are like, "What? No king has ever asked that. It's an impossible. You have to tell us what the dream is." And the king's like, "You know what? Y'all aren't so wise. And I've been paying for you the whole time. You've been lying to me. Not only y'all fired, all of you, you're going to be executed as soon as possible." And the guards grabbed him and escorted him out. And then he went and started rounding up all the other wise men. And Daniel was one of those that they rounded up because he wasn't called in apparently. Guess it was his day off. And they rounded up Daniel and told Daniel, "Hey, the king has ordered your execution." Because, they start telling him everything, and I'm not going to repeat that. Well, Daniel's like, "All right, talk to the king, tell him, give me 24 hours, and I will pray, and we'll get an answer for this." So, Daniel started praying, and the guard went back to the king. And the king's like, "Yeah, we can give him 24 hours. And Daniel goes and he prays. And he gets his friends, and his friends pray with him because that's what friends do. When one's in need, they all pray together, and they stand with their friends. Which is a little side lesson for you. So Daniel goes, and God gives him the meaning of the dream and the dream. And he walks into the king. He's like, "King," I think he said, "may you live forever." They all kept saying that. Which is weird because the dream says he's not. But King Daniel says, "Hey." And the king's like, "Can you tell me the dream and the meaning of it?" And Daniel, "Nope, I can't. But God can. The true God of heaven can tell you." So the king, "All right, tell me." Daniel tells him, "You saw a huge statue of a man. And he had golden head." I forget what the other one was. What was that? Iron, clay, silver. That's what I did right here. Golden head, silver arms and chest, uh, brass stomach area, and waist, legs of iron, and then feet of iron and clay. And here's the thing: that statue is God's revealing to you the history of the earth. And you're the golden head and the kingdom of Babylon. Then after you will come someone less, the silver, which is the Medes and the Persians. I believe he actually said it. And then after you becomes the brass waist, which is the Greeks. And then will come the legs of clay, iron, legs of iron. And Daniel didn't tell him what that was. That was not actually revealed what the legs of iron were. And then the legs, and then he's like, and then after that will be another kingdom of iron and clay. Maybe I only told him the other. I don't know, now I'm getting confused. But, and he's like, and then in your dream, And these are all successful kingdoms. And each time a new kingdom takes over the world, they're going to be a little bit less than the previous kingdom. It's an interesting thought. And then family. You also saw in your dream a rock cut out of a mountain with no hands. And that rock came hurtling through the sky, smashed the statue at the feet, interesting enough. And the whole statue crumbled down to dust. And there was no remnants of it left. And then that rock grew and took over the world. And Daniel's like, that rock is God. And God's going to take over the world and set up his kingdom. Thank you, King. I've been privileged to be told all this. And the king's like, wow, your God is a great God. You know that you can reveal this kind of stuff. And he promoted Daniel to the chief wise man. And even promoted some of Daniel's friends too. And Daniel and them set in a good position in the kingdom because God used them. And our lesson, it's not an immediate lesson, interesting enough this time. The lesson is the dream that God revealed way back here in Nebuchadnezzar the history of the world to the end of what's considered the end time, which we're probably in right now. And what we know though is that no matter how bad things get, no matter what happens, God is still in control. God's been in control this whole time. God has a plan. It may not be easy, but God's in control. We can trust in that. So, guys, remember that God's always in control. And I will see you Tuesday, because Monday's a holiday. I will see you Tuesday when we get back to exploring God's Word. And we get to find out more about God. So, see you tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, whatever. Bye.